One of the issues with the Suzuki V-Strom 250 is the quality of the brake pads. Means the longevity with which the brake pads work. Possibly after 5,000 the brake pads wear out, and there are many suggestions, and one of the suggestions were change it into the Vestra brake pads available. This is Vestra brake pads made in Japan, ceramic brake pads. So I changed my back wheel brake pads and I felt good and okay. So I thought of changing the front brake pads as well. So I got it from LRL Motors, Cochin, Kerala. These brake pads cost around 1,350 each. Front and back means 2,700. But I definitely would say this gives more bite to your brakes, and the braking has become better, especially after changing both back and front. The back brakes were changed and then these brake pads were used. At that time, what I personally felt was it was okay, and slightly improved on the right side, but the wheel when you do hard braking was sometimes not very steady. Means the back wheel was slightly giving way when you are hard braking. But after changing the front brake pads, are now when I brake, even if I'm using the back brake alone, the vehicle is rock solid. So that means with the change of both back and front, now I can be assured that the brake pad change has been very fruitful and effective. So this is the fitting video of the front wheel where the mechanic is changing the pads. I was not very keen to change to these brake pads in the beginning because you have a new vehicle and the company fit brake pads would suffice, and it was okay because this has got dual ABS front and back. The braking was fine and it was okay, but on as the kilometers kept on churning up like 5,000 and all, then I understood that the back brake quality, when you're using back brake alone on hard braking, the wheel was getting slightly like moving towards the left or not steady enough. And I normally sometimes brake the back brake alone, which should not be the right way to brake. I think basically to brake you need both brakes and you should apply it the right pressure as well. But my habit sometimes is like I'm habitual towards this stamping on the back brake, and after a few kilometers like 3,000 4,000 with this vehicle, the braking seems slight sloppy. So finally, after doing around 5,000 to 6,000 kilometers, I thought of giving this brake pads a try. I went online and checked a lot of reviews, and many people have been using this Vestra brake pads, which is made in Japan. Expensive for sure when you compare with the OEM Suzuki brake pads, and many were saying this is really good. These are the brake pads which Vestra makes for Jigsaw vehicle of Suzuki Jigsaw 250, and they actually fit in very well for the V-Strom, because I think V-Strom and Jigsaw comes from the same stable. The process to fit this doesn't take much. It just takes around like 10 to 15 minutes. The only thing is you should have mechanics who know very clearly about how to do this, and it's very simple and easy to do this if the mechanics have the right knowledge. And sometimes the oil needs to be slightly topped up. When I changed my back brake pads, I had to top up the oil a little bit, but when the mechanic was changing the front one, nothing of that sort happened and it was fine. So overall, the Vestra brake pads have been very good. The price is higher, but I think the confidence this brake pads gives you is much higher than the normal ones. And the wear and tear, I think because these are ceramic, I don't know how long this is going to last. Basically because I feel that the ceramic ones might slightly be less having less longevity compared to the original brake pads. But the original brake pads were not having a good long life because there was some sort of corrosion happening in the brake pads when they were taken out, and some scratches. So My mechanic Dinesh said I have to buff off, the wheel to make sure that the scratches were not affecting the wheel. And he's an expert in that. He could do it. But overall, I think changing to a different brake pad from the OEM Suzuki one is definitely good for the vehicle and good for the like a disc brake wheel as well. Yes, it's pricey, 2,700 for the front and back, but definitely gives you a lot more assurance in braking, and the wheel is safe as well. So I'm very happy with this. I will leave the link of this brake pads from LRL Motors in the description. I hope the Suzuki V-Strom owners will have a like better idea regarding these brake pads and how this is fitted after watching this video. So that was my prime motive before uploading this video, that let the viewers have the clarity regarding these brake pads and how this is fitted. So that's it, friends. Thank you. Thanks for watching again. Take care. Subscribe, like. Bye bye.